Hi, I am so excited to be with you today. Dr. Teresa, thank you so much for inviting me to be able to submit this video for you. I hope you all are having a great conference, and I really hope that you've gotten some great takeaways on how to maximize your impact. And I'm so excited for this year's theme, and I'm definitely very sorry that I could not be with you there in person, but I love you all, and I hope that I get to meet you in the near future. Again, my name is Melody Barker. You can connect with me online, melodybarker.com or facebook.com/Melody Barker, INT for international. I actually developed that page when I was with Dr. Teresa a couple of years ago at Destiny Rising. So I, again, am so excited to be here with you, and I want to get right into my notes. When I thought about this year's theme, I was like, God, what would you have me share? What kind of message could I put in such a short amount of time to give some action items or some great takeaways, or, even just being worth, the mention with a Facebook post, God, give me something to share. And so he said, sit back and go back and look at this theme. What am I calling this group of people to do? I'm calling them, I'm championing them right now to maximize their impact. And so I thought about that. And I was like, impact is such a crucial word, especially when you think about maximizing your impact and saying, okay, what is it that I'm supposed to do? So one of my favorite quotes is by Stephen Covey, and he says to begin with the end in mind. So even just in my notes and preparing, my end, of my time today, what can you walk away with? What can you learn today from just a short, quick video? If nothing else, hopefully this quote, begin with the end in mind. So when you're looking at maximizing your impact, what impact do you want to have? What is it that's on your heart? Which one of those mountains or all of those mountains do you want to create an impact for? Because let me tell you, if you aim for all of them, you may not hit one of them. But if you aim for one, you could end up impacting all of them. So I want to share this quick story with you. I had a friend who I said, what do you want to do now that you're in ministry and now that you're doing outreach? And she said, I want to reach 1 million souls. And I was like, well, that's awesome. How are you going to do that? God's just going to make it happen. Like he's going to make it happen. And I was like, okay, 1 million souls starts with 1. It starts with 10, it starts with 20, and then you get to 100, then you get to 1,000, you get to the tens of thousands. That's how you get to 1 million. So it's beginning with that end in mind of her goal is to reach 1 million people in salvation for the Lord. So we've got to start with that one at a time, at a time, at a time. So I want to ask you again, how do you want to impact the 7 mountains of influence? And which one, really, if you could only say, I'm just going to focus on this one, because really when you can focus on one area, your energy is going to go there, momentum is going to go there, finances are going to go there, provision is going to go there. Everything is going to come together when you focus your energy on one area. So when you say, okay, what does this mean? Begin with the end in mind. Okay, so there's 7 mountains, and it's not always easy to remember all of them, but I wanted to make sure I didn't miss out on one. Education, family, government, media, arts and entertainment, religion, and business. I know that I am called and equipped to influence business by being a business owner as well as working in a ministry. I know that God has given me the ability to create an impact just from where I sit right now. Where I am right now, I work with my coaching clients. I come up with strategy and I implement those things that I want to see accomplished. And it's interesting that I would even use the word strategy because I was going to get into that and I wanted to wait another minute to get there, but we're going to get there right now. What does the word strategy mean? The word strategy means a plan of action or policy designed to achieve a major or overall aim. So this is what we're all about here right now, this weekend being together, is figuring out this impact and how we can have an overall impact, an overall aim and target and hit for the win. So when I say what's the one mountain that you want to have influence on, it doesn't matter if you're involved in all of them. If you're not making a difference in any one of them, then you're missing your chance for impact. So take a step back and say, okay, God, what is it that you'd have me to do? Out of these 7 mountains, which mountain do you want me to start my impact with? Because as one will be successful, it will lead to the next one. Another great definition of the word strategy is a master plan or a plan of action. So here when I'm saying, which mountain do you want to go for? Don't say all of them. Even if your heart is to impact all of them, start with the one. Because when you can create one, you can create a master plan and say, okay, this is the impact that I want to have. And I'm going to choose the education. I'm going to be involved in what's going on, or I'm going to say in government. I'm going to vote more often than just a presidential election. I'm going to show up to see what my committee in my city is doing, what they're saying, and how I can get involved and how I can bring the light of who Jesus is into that realm. That's how you begin to create an impact. So step all the way back and say, maybe, you know what? I want to run for office someday. Well, you can't just show up and put your name on a ballot because you'll be the only one voting for yourself. That plan of action, that strategy has to say, okay, if my goal is to get to being in government and being my governor, like say you want to, we'll just go right there for governor, then you're going to have to backtrack and say, okay, I need to be fundraising. I need to be networking with people. I need to be building relationships and connections and contacts for people who are like-minded and like faith and want to see a change happen here in our state. That's how maximum impact is created. So I want to challenge you today to take a step back and say, okay, I'm going to begin this moment and moving forward with the end in mind and ask God, what is it that you'd have me to achieve? What impact do you want me to have? And then ask him to give you those detailed steps so that you can go from where you are right now to exactly where he's called you to be. And in no time at all, I promise you, you will see a great level of impact come to each and every single mountain that you try to tackle. My name is Melody Barker, and I'm so excited to have been with you today. I hope to connect with you again soon. God bless you guys and have a great day.